All coming your way from St. Petersburg. Game number 3 of this new season between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Tampa Bay Rays. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Jake Odorizzi is ready to go as he'll be on the hill for Tampa Bay. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, Matty, last year he had an ERA over 4. For a starting pitcher, that's a bit high. Looking to have a better year this season.
Settling in now, Andy Burns. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Odorizzi's ready. Here's the 1-1. Hit the other way out toward right field. Souza moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1. With that, a look at John Gibbons' lineup for the visiting Blue Jays. Eric, who stands out to you?
Well, I've got an eye on Troy Tulowitzki. He tore up the league last. That's the kind of consistency that it takes to win ball games, and he brings it to the ballpark every single day.
Troy Tulowitzki will come forward now, back in the lineup after being used as a pinch hitter last night. Started to chase that time, but then he wisely holds off for ball 3. And Eric, as we take a look at the Rays entering play here tonight, they come into this one in good spirits, fresh off their first victory of the new campaign last time out.
Yeah, and you look back to that last game, you'll take production like that anytime you can get it. It makes a starter's life easier. Heck, it makes your whole staff breathe easier.
And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone now. And with that, let's give you a look at the defensive alignment for Tampa Bay. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Yeah, well, Logan Forsythe, he doesn't have show-stopping speed, but his defense is highly regarded for a good reason. He's had some trouble staying healthy, but that shouldn't overshadow some of his great performances.
Alex Rodriguez gets his first opportunity now in the top of the first with nobody on. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. You got to figure that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with 2 out and nobody on all night long.
So would the guy on the mound.
And we're just underway from Tropicana Field. And that one's taken outside for a ball. He walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
And that's not the first time he's had the bat taken out of his hands. You see right there, a lot of pitchers just said, hey, with an open base, forget about it. I'm going to let the next guy try to beat me.
Stepping in now, Jose Bautista. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 1 left for Toronto. And now the Rays will get their first opportunity in a scoreless ball game. Marcus Stroman is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for Toronto. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, guys, remember last year he had an ERA under 4. Very solid, very dependable.
Kevin Kiermaier will stand in. He too had 3 hits in the win last night. And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1. EK, as the Jays take the field here tonight, it's official now. They will not go 162-0 as they were handed their first loss of the season last time out.
Yeah, they let him down last time. Too often their guys were falling behind 2-0 or 3-1. That'll catch up with you after a while.
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Slapped hard the opposite way, but this will be speared at third, and that was self-defense all the way. 1 gone. And with that, a look at the Rays lineup card in this one. Who do you have your eye on, EK?
Yeah, guys, I love what Logan Forsythe does for this lineup. He's coming off a game in which he hit a home run and drove in 4. He looked real comfortable at the plate, and he has to be feeling good, so I'd be cautious if I were the opposing pitcher.
Swung on and lifted in the air to left. Catch made there by Lowry, and there are 2 gone now. With a moment now, let's give you a look at the defensive alignment for the Blue Jays. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, this manager loves to do the defensive shifts. So we're going to see a lot of odd formations as the game goes along. I can't wait to see how it works.
Corey Dickerson will stand in. He comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
You know, guys, we all know that those kind of games are going to happen in this sport. It's a tough game out there, no matter who you are. But the good ones are able to put that day behind you and go out and focus on the next game.
And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Balls and strikes belong to Mr. Jerry Hillsdale.
Yeah, Jerry seems to call a really good game back there, Matt. It's pretty rare that you see anyone too overly displeased with his zone.
Now a curveball here, nowhere close. That's in the dirt. It's 3-1.
Good at bat so far here with 2 away. You're going to go down in order. At least make that guy work for it. Got himself back into a fastball count now.
Right side hit hard, and he'll reach to knock this ball down. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely.
Batting fourth, right fielder
Steven Souza set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
Grounded, and this will kick off the third base bag. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. And they won't get an out from this as he's able to reach on a play that you just don't see very often.
And there you go. Well, maybe not the finest hit he'll ever have, but at least he's got a batting average. That's what counts in the long run.
Evan Longoria will get his first shot at it here. 1 for 4 with a double in the ball game last night. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Rays strand a pair. After 1, no score. David Ortiz will lead things off here as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the second. Odorizzi steps into his windup with the payoff pitch. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
batting sixth, third baseman
Josh Donaldson will stand in now. He homered in the ball game last night. No score here as we play inning number 2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. This is popped high in the air toward the right side of the infield. There to take it in is Loney now for route number 2.
Well, we can hear him all the way up here in the booth. Just a big old well, that's what pop-ups will make you do.
Edwin Encarnacion into the box here in the top of the second, looking to keep this inning going. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Tap fouled at home plate. very weakly on the ground, but it gets foul.
This is turning into a great battle at the plate.
Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Grounded straight into the shift on the left side, and that's through for a hit.
And the funny thing about this at-bat, he does everything wrong on this swing. I mean, first off, this pitch is out of the strike zone, and secondly, he tries to pull it instead of taking it the other way. Anyhow, pays off for him.
Standing in now, Russell Martin. Here's his swing, and just foul, says the umpire, and he was right on that one. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. And that misses 2-2. A runner on first with 2 away. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Blue Jays held in check. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. James Loney strides in off the home half of the second inning. Ready now with the payoff pitch. And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second.
Batting 7th, second baseman
Logan Forsythe will stride in now. 2 hits for him, including a home run in last night's contest. Two one, here it is. And he misses low here, so the count goes to 3-1. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You've got to make these guys earn it.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out.
Now, this is going to be a short outing if walks continue to be a problem. I mean, that's 2 already here in the second inning.
Miller.
Coming to the plate now, Brad Miller. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. First and second here with nobody out. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2.
You can just sense him starting to tense up out there on the mound. They had him down 0-2, and now he's struggling to make the perfect pitch, and it's not happening.
High in the air out to center field. And A-Rod will look this one in for the first out.
Batting 9th, catcher, Kurt Casale.
Kurt Casale will get his first opportunity here. Took an 0 for 4 in the victory last night.
Well, when you have a rough day at the plate, it's all about letting it go. You can't dwell on it for too long.
turned on down the line. But this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. On the ground to second base. This could be 2. And he is in there. Throw over to Ortiz gets him 2 down.
Well, I think these guys are pretty lucky just to get an out on this play. You see, they try to start the double play at second base. That doesn't work out, and they're pretty fortunate that the relay throw is in time to at least get the out at first.
In now, Kevin Kiermaier. Hard liner toward short. A dive. He's got it. He goes to first. It's in time.
Woo, no problem.
The defense on display on this beautiful diving stop at short. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Brett Laurie will dig in. 1 for 4 with a triple in last night's game. Odorizzi looks in, coming home with the 1-1 pitch. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2. You like what you've seen from this guy so far?
I do. I like where he's putting the fastball, and I like the movement he's been getting on both his curveball and changeup. I think he'll do well.
Half swing here, but it won't matter. It's strike 3 called anyway, and that's out number 1.
And here this is one more time on show track. You can see it. He checked his swing there, and I think he did so in time, but you can clearly see that that pitch is in the strike zone, and I think ultimately that was a called third strike.
Into the box, Andy Burns. Skied into straightaway right. Souza is under it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
With the 0-2 count, he was really forced to protect the plate, and you can see this ball's not even in the strike zone, but he chases after it anyway, and he lifts this for an easy fly ball.
Into the box now, Troy Tulowitzki. Fought off at the plate, and will do it again. Trying to strike him out for the second time. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. Longoria's got it. Throw on Deloney will take care of him at first, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Matt Vasgersian, Eric Karros, Steve Lyons as Desmond Jennings settles in to kick things off for Tampa Bay. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball. Fastball is looked at for strike 2.
Now that he's fully loose out there, you can see he's getting a little more zip on that fastball than he had coming out of the gate.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
And obviously, any time you can strike this guy out, you'll take it. I mean, he runs like a greyhound out there. So even routine grounders can sometimes be turned into base hits. Not when you're not making contact, though.
Stepping in now, Corey Dickerson. And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
Not a real good sign here. Already his third walk of the ball game this early on. And that's a sign to me he may not have brought his A game to the ballpark. He's had to work awfully hard out there so far.
Into the box now, Steven Souza. He reached on a single in his first try.
And everyone knows he's slumping right now, so we'll see if that got him going.
Here's the 0-2. And this one's in the dirt. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
Looked like a 2-strike curveball there. Behind the plate, you see him turn that glove over, go soft, try and make himself as large as he can, but this one manages to skip away, and it'll be a wild pitch.
Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. In the air, out to right. On the move is Batista. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and head for third. And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning.
Yeah, this will get the runner up to third with 2 away, but it looked like it might have had a chance to get down initially. Good job to run it down out there in the alley.
So 2 are gone here in the Tampa Bay third inning. And standing in here is the very dangerous third baseman, Evan Longoria. No score at this point, but a 2-out hit could get a runner in from third. And no offer that time from Longoria. It's back to 2-2 now.
Yeah, and on 1-2, when you know the guy at the plate needs to protect, that's a great spot for that curveball. A lot of guys, they would have gone fishing for that.
The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that ends the... A golden opportunity to get on the board. Here goes for naught. 3 innings in the books. Still no score on the show. Alex Rodriguez is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, so getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
Odorizzi gets the sign. 1-1 pitch on its way. Now a ball crushed high in the air, deep to left, way back there, and that one is long gone. A solo home run here for Alex Rodriguez. As the Jays get the game's first tally, it's 1-0.
That pitcher's got to be thinking, how can I throw a pitch like that in this situation? That thing was so right down the middle, it absolutely got hammered, and he knew it as soon as he let go of it.
In now, Jose Batista. Ball 2.
Yeah, and he's got to be careful not to give up yet another home run here in this inning. So you can see they're approaching with caution here.
Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. Line drive to left. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon.
You think he was looking for a fastball there? I think he was. That's about as hard a hit ball as you're going to see, and he was right on that one.
Into the box, David Ortiz. Maybe too much break on the slider. 2-1.
Yeah, and on 2-1 right now, you got to figure this guy's wound up for the fastball here. maybe you come with the breaking ball here out of the zone and hope he goes after it.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Kiermaier moves over. Makes the play, one away. So with the fly out there coming on the fastball, seems like an appropriate time to check out our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And both guys have been coming with some low to mid 90s heat here. 96 versus 93 as the top two speeds thus far. Josh Donaldson steps in with one in, one out, and one on here in the inning.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good inning here so far, so we'll see if they can scratch another run across right here.
One run on 3 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. And he lays off a pitch down and away. Ball 2.
That changeup away is his ground ball pitch. That's a good job to hold off.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. A little too tall that time. 3-1 now.
Now you've got a run already in, another runner on first. You got to think this has to be a fastball here.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Oh, they think they may have gotten him again. This one's hit deep to left field, and for the second time in the inning, the gopher ball will come back to bite him. It's a home run. So a 2-run homer down the line in left, and the Jays have moved out in front 3-0.
You just can't throw that pitch right there. That swing tells a story right there. I mean, he got all of that one. Remember, he homered in yesterday's ball game too, so he's riding a pretty good hot streak these past couple of days.
Standing in now, Edwin Encarnacion. That's in there, and it'll run the count to full, 3-2.
And you kind of wonder if he's learned anything out there. There's another pitch right down the middle, and I think he's lucky that that one didn't get hit a long way.
3 runs already home here. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Hit in the air to shallow center. Forsythe is in his tracks now, and he's got it for out number 2.
Well, this will wind up nothing more than a pop-out in the scorebook. But what won't go unnoticed in that dugout is that he battled for an awfully long time there. That takes a lot of energy out of a guy when he's got to throw that many pitches.
Russell Martin is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Off the plate that time and a little high. It's even at 2-2. Hit out towards second. Throw on to the first baseman Loney, and the side is retired. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. Toronto leads this one 3-0. James Loney is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And certainly no offer at that one. It's 1-2.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Smoked on the ground left side, and just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit.
Well, that's a nice piece of defensive hitting right there. What I mean by that, with 2 strikes, you've got to open that zone up a little because you don't want to get caught looking at strike 3. So he lets it fly here on a pitch pretty well out of the zone, but he makes it work out for him.
Stepping in now, Logan Forsythe. Line towards center field. In there, a base hit.
Now after the big inning your ball club just put together, you can't let them respond with a big inning of their own. But here they are with 2 on now and trying to answer right back.
Brad Miller is at the plate now. Flied out in his first at-bat. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. And that's upstairs, running the count to 3-1.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because any good hitters count. This is where you need to pounce.
And there's a called strike at the knees as he was hoping for a base on balls there, but it's a full count now, 3-2. Here comes the payoff pitch. Good swing just a little early, and he'll see another payoff pitch. Ready? Now the payoff pitch. And that misses for ball 4.
2 straight singles. Now what? He's making it real tough on himself here as he starts the inning by loading the bases.
Kurt Casale stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Liner toward right center, and that's in there. Base hit, and he's safe. The run scores from second. It's now a 3-2 contest.
Now batting.
So striding in, Kevin Kiermaier, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Wow, a real sharp break to this thing. It's a slider. He starts it out over the middle of the plate. The hitter thinks he's got something that he can handle, and then this thing just makes a beeline right for his hands. That is a tough pitch.
Into the box now, Desmond Jennings. Lines softly toward the hole. In is Batista, but this gets down, a base hit.
Let's watch this swing in show motion. You're going to see this pitch just tie him up in knots, but somehow he's able to fist it all the way out to right field.
And some action now in the Toronto bullpen as a right-hander starts to get loose. Into the box, Corey Dickerson. He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
Well, this is a stroll he's taken 5 times in this series now. That slow walk back to the dugout after getting punched out. After a while, these things, they start to wear on you. You've got to try to keep the mindset that every at-bat's a new opportunity, but most of the time, that's easier said than done.
Standing in now, Steven Souza. Hit hard on the ground to second. Throw is in time, and they're able to avoid the huge inning here as this side is retired. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Don't go anywhere. More Tuesday Night Baseball after this. Brett Laurie come in now to lead things off against our starter, who probably wishes he had a mulligan to use on that last inning.
Yeah, he was doing just fine up until the last time he took the mound. He's got to hope that that was just an aberration, or he might not stick around to see another inning.
Here it comes on 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. In there, and it's even now, 2-2. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
Action in the Rays' pen now as they've got a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. Oh, and they pulled a string on a good changeup there as he swings and misses, and he's set down on strikes for the second time tonight.
Well, apparently he just got his gas tank refilled during the last half inning, because I'll tell you, he's come out looking as sharp as he has the whole ball game.
Andy Burns will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far.
Yeah, and he just needs to make a small adjustment and stay through the middle of the ball. Think about hitting a line drive right back up the middle.
In for his strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now. Swung on and hit in the air down the left field line. After it is Jennings, but he can't get there, and it bounces over the wall. It's a ground rule double, and now there's no happier person in the ballpark. Andy Burns has just recorded his first hit as a big leaguer, and as you'd expect would happen, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
And you know, Matt, nothing can quite prepare you for this kind of moment. Of course, as a player, you always expect to do well, and in your head, you've got a certain idea of what it's going to feel like, but there's quite a difference between imagining how it's going to feel and then actually getting that first hit.
Stepping in now, Troy Tulowitzki. Breaking ball snaps in there for a called strike 2.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Lifted in the air out to right. Moving under it, Souza. 2 gone.
Well, I think this is a slider down in the zone, running away. And that's a very difficult pitch to drive with any authority unless you're a guy like Matt Kemp. And this becomes a harmless fly out to right field.
Alex Rodriguez comes forward now. A home run in his last at-bat.
And that was a breaking ball that he hit. And it looked like he saw it right out of the pitcher's hand so nicely. They might have to attack him with some hard stuff this time around.
And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with 2 out.
And once they fell behind in the count, I think this is a case where they just say, look, you're going to have to fish for something because we are not going to just lay one right in there for you. Probably not a bad decision against a power guy like this.
Jose Bautista digs in, and we'll see what he can do here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 5th. 3 runs, 5 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. That's in there on the outer half. 1 and 2 now.
Yeah, showing no fear there. He put the pitch right at the letters away, but that guy didn't want any part of it.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game to 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
And I think that's been a big part of the problem so far. He just can't locate his fastball, especially in situations where he has to.
And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Blue Jays leave a pair, but they still lead it 3-2. Evan Longoria will stand in now. A punch-out victim twice already. EK, I'll ask you because you're the one sitting next to me. Do you approach an at-bat differently when you have 2 strikeouts under your belt this early in the game?
Well, you do in the sense that whatever you did the first 2 times, it wasn't working. But I think if you start worrying too much about trying to avoid the hat trick or worse, it'll start becoming a mind game, and you'll start falling into some pretty bad habits.
Looked like he got fooled on the speed there, 2-2.
And this has been his problem all night long. Just keeps going after pitches that he should be watching.
And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
Yeah, it's a good battle to start this inning. That's what you like to see when you've got a guy out there that's getting up there in the pitch count.
And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game.
Ouch. That's a rough night at the ballpark here. 3rd strikeout. One thing you can't do, though, you can't go into that dugout hanging your head. You got to think, hey, it's over. I'll get another shot to redeem myself. Whether that's tonight or sometime in the future, that's the attitude you have to have.
In now, James Loney. And Loney takes that one that misses. It's 2-1. Oh, he breaks out the hook there. Good for strike 2.
Boy, he just turned that thing over perfectly. He put that thing right on a dime.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Bautista on the run, and he brings it in for the 2nd out of the inning.
Now batting, second baseman, Logan Forsythe.
Logan Forsythe digs in. He reached on a single and would later wind up scoring in his last at-bat. Stroman's ready with the 1-1 pitch. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Here's the 1-2 delivery. 1-2 is the cut fastball, but he holds back 2-2. Hit hard but foul to the left, and they'll try it again. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2. Brad Miller would be next. 5th inning of play here in a 3-2 ball game. Here's a ball skied in the air near the line, back behind first. Burns has got it, and the side is retired. David Ortiz will get his cuts leading off. 5 innings complete. The Jays are out in front, 3-2. And there now is David Ortiz. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest. Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Out in front of that one, may have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. Full count, here it comes. Protecting with 2 strikes, went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive. Count is full, here's the pitch. Grounded back up the middle. Backhanded. And a low throw that time, but a fine play over there by Loney to pluck that one out of the dirt.
Yeah, take a couple of home run balls out of the equation, and he really hasn't pitched all that badly. Good start to the inning here.
Stepping in, Josh Donaldson. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here.
And it was a breaking ball that he hit out, and he just sat on it.
That's going to even up the count at 2-2. A little late on the fastball, and he'll get another chance. 3-2's our score here in inning number 6. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
You know, and this is one of the few downsides to being a guy with tremendous strength at the plate. Once you get that thing started, it's really hard to put on the brakes, and he winds up breaking the plane right here, and that's strike 3.
Into the box, Edwin Encarnacion. Good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 3-2. Ready to deliver the full count pitch. Fights off another pitch and hits it foul right at the plate. Full count here. Here comes the pitch. Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. So a solo home run for Edwin Encarnacion. And it gives the Blue Jays a 4-2 lead.
Ooh, that's a mistaken location right here, and it could wind up really coming back to haunt him. This is a solo home run, and it makes this a 2-run lead now, and with the way their starter's thrown the ball so far, it may wind up being all he needs.
Now the Rays manager's going to take that slow walk out toward the mound, and he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. 5 2/3 innings of work on his final ledger as he was not particularly sharp from the get-go here. Matt Andriese will come on in relief as he'll make his second appearance of the season so far. Standing in now, Russell Martin. Hit out of play, and it's a full count now. Here it comes. And an off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and with that, the side is retired. The Jays get a run on the Encarnacion home run. On to the bottom of the 6th. It's now 4-2 Toronto. Brad Miller will lead things off as the Rays look to get something going in their half of the 6th.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
And a waste pitch there, 1-2.
Well, I think that fastball is just for show there. He's not trying to throw this for a strike.
Now this pitch sails up and in, and that leaves him muttering to himself. It's ball 2.
Well, I think it's pretty simple. The message here is stop leaning out over the plate. A pitcher's got to be able to work inside, so that's just a reminder there.
To first. Ortiz is up with it, and Ortiz will just lumber over to the bag and take it himself for the out.
And that's what the two-seam fastball will do for you. Running away, not just for strikeouts. Here he gets him to hit it on the ground for an easy out.
Curt Casali will dig in, 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. Now some definite signs of life in that Toronto bullpen. Both a lefty and a right-hander begin to throw. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Yeah, not necessarily the pitch you'd expect on 3 and 2, but maybe that's what makes it effective. You see, they challenged him up in the zone that time, and if you're expecting something at the knees, it's tough to go up and get that.
Kevin Kiermaier will stand in for the 4th time now, still looking for his first hit of the ball game.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great pitching performance so far, and they've had these guys chasing their tails all game long.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Laurie on the move. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Down in order go the Rays. Still down by a count of 4-2. Back here at Tropicana Field in St. Pete. 7th inning coming up with the Jays out in front as we give you a look at our game summary to this point. Brett Laurie is set to get us started for the late innings of this one. Here's the pitch on 2-2. A swing here on the fastball, and this will get fouled off to the right side. Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the game.
Well, there it is. Hat trick, my friend. That's a 3rd strikeout of the game. Luckily, his guys are winning, so it kind of lessens the blow, but actually, not so much.
Stepping in now, Andy Burns. Cut fastball, and there's strike 2. High and deep to straightaway right. Souza going back, still going back. But he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall. Around second, he'll try for 3rd, and he'll get in there at 3rd as he just misses a home run but settles for the triple.
Well, the right fielder does just about everything he can here. You'll see it. This is a great effort as he leaps to come up with this thing, but he just can't reel it in. It's a nice job here by the center fielder backing him up, but this was going to be a triple all the way.
In now, Troy Tulowitzki. Ground ball right side. Gloved by Loney, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
Well, I think I saw a little shake of the head down there at 3rd base. This is a chopper, and I think if he had to do it over again, he would have tried to score on this play. Instead, he holds tight, and they pick up an important out.
Into the box, Alex Rodriguez. Fastball right back to the mound. And he'll flip this one onto first as he works his way out of the jam, and the inning is over. One left for Toronto, but they still lead this one 4-2. Number 77 will come in and pitch now.
Blue Jays, number 77.
Leading off the inning, Desmond Jennings, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least one back here in this inning.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. Donaldson scoops it up. Oh, and leaping ability, not a strength of Big Papi. It's over his head. And he's going to make it up to second base safely as he's in there. My word.
You wonder if this is a ball that he probably should have just held on to. Instead, he tries to force it to first, and I think they're going to score this as a single and an error.
Corey Dickerson will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Rodriguez giving chase. He's got it one away. The relay throw, and he is in there.
And this fly ball will work almost like a sacrifice here. That'll move the guy up to third now with one out. Now, if they could just get another fly ball identical to that one, they'll be able to get themselves a run.
Steven Souza comes to the plate now, representing the potential tying run.
Well, if he gets a pitch to drive right here, you can bet that he's going to give it a rip. But at the very least, they need a productive AB out of him right here.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2.
You can see where they want to go to try and get him out. A lot of pitches in on the hands in this sequence. They don't want him to be able to extend.
Ball 3 here as that pitch runs way up and in and backs him out of the box here. EK, where are you going now on 3-2?
I still got to work a corner. Not just going to throw it right down the middle and grab a strike. Can't be a giveaway pitch.
Ready with the payoff pitch. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. The next 3-2. And he misses with one here. It's ball 4. So that'll at least bring the double play into the conversation with runners at the corners and one away.
Well, that's okay. You would have liked him to chase on 3-2, but you had your base open here, so now you can really focus on getting yourself a ground ball.
So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Evan Longoria. And he does so representing the possible go-ahead run.
Yeah, but you got to make sure that he doesn't try to do too much here. Just keep that line moving. Do something productive and give the next guy a chance as well.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. One and two, here it comes. Swing and a miss. A big strikeout, and he's 1 out away from working out of a jam. And with strike 3 recorded there, he's notched his first career punch-out. You can bet his club is hoping for a lot more of that going forward.
Well, if he can become a consistent strikeout pitcher, you have to figure his career is going to be a solid one. Many of the best pitchers at this level have at least one put-away pitch that they can go to in tough situations. So we'll see if he becomes one of those guys as his career goes along.
Standing in now, James Loney. And he missed with it. Ball 4. So that means now the potential tying run will move into scoring position at second.
Now batting, second baseman, Logan Forsythe.
Logan Forsythe comes to the plate looking to deliver with the bases loaded and 2 men gone.
Well, these are those situations that kids go through in the backyard. Bases juiced, 2 outs. He needs to stay within himself and just focus on making good contact.
Big spot. 2 out, possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Got a piece. It's 2-2.
You're running out of chances here. It's the 7th inning. You can't let this rally go to waste.
And this misses, so it'll set up a big pitch coming up. It's full 3-2. All 3 runners now will get a head start with 2 away.
And that could prove important because that tying run's at second, so he should be able to walk home on a base hit.
Crowd gets up for the 3-2. Hit hard to short. Reined in. On to first, and the Rays are kept off the scoreboard here as the side is retired. A couple of walks, but no damage. We return to Tropicana Field after this. Jose Bautista will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so with the same pitcher still out there. Seems he's earned himself another inning.
I think that's a definite vote of confidence, but he's done a nice job since coming in, so you might as well ride that hot hand.
Hot shot towards the hole, but this is yanked down out there at shortstop for the first out.
Yeah, and late in a close game like this, that would have been a good leadoff base runner to have. And he definitely hits this ball hard. It's just pretty much right at the glove.
Into the box now, David Ortiz. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2.
You know, I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Right side, defense aligned perfectly. Loney's got it, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
This guy is one of those unsung type pitchers. He's not the setup guy. He's not the closer, but these are the guys that keep you in the ball games, and he's doing the job here.
Josh Donaldson gets another shot, and if you remember, he hit a round tripper back in the 4th. That misses, and we're even at 2-2. Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Hits are even at 7 apiece. Lifted in the air to center field. Kiermaier has a play, and that retires the side. Blue Jays go down in order as they can't add to their 4-2 lead. Jason Grilli is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
39, Jason Grilli.
Leading off the inning, Brad Miller. And they'll need him to get something going here. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Chop foul right at home plate. Payoff pitch one more time. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Laurie waits on it. 1 away.
Now batting.
And in a 4-2 game, time to check the numbers here. It's our starter comparison as we see how these two performances stack up against one another. Now in the box, Kurt Casale. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, and hopefully he got that out of his system. They really need him to come through right here.
One pitch is a slider that's cut on and missed for strike two. And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are two away.
And that changeup's not really a pitch you can sit on with two strikes. Because if he gives you that fastball, you'll be an hour late on it. That's a great job of not showing that pitch until he was ready to punch him out.
In now, Kevin Kiermaier. In there, 1-2 now.
Boy, it's been a good, solid inning so far out of the pen. Let's see if he can wrap this one up.
Getting late, 4-2 our score as we play the 8th inning. Sent on the ground out to second. Burns has it. Throw on to Ortiz, and that'll retire the side. Rays go in order, 1-2-3. They trail it here, 4-2. Nighttime here in the Tampa Bay St. Pete area as we welcome you back for the 8th in this one on the show. Edwin Encarnacion will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here, a solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ballgame to this point. Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1-2. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And another foul ball. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Ooh, there's a tough one to take right there on a 1-2 pitch, especially after fighting off so many pitches leading up to that one.
And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the 9th.
This is nothing more than a great pitch here on 2-2. Just a changeup that totally bottoms out right there. Very tough to do anything with that.
Into the box, Russell Martin. Swinging away, and now the count will be 3-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. A good fastball there finds the zone as the count goes full now, 3-2. And he struck him out. And there's the hat trick, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the ball game.
Well, that's a hat trick for him now. His 3rd strikeout in the game, and I think the one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to go down looking. That's almost like admitting you're beaten. That's a sinking feeling in that guy's stomach there.
Standing in now, Brett Laurie. Hit hard back up the middle. And that gets through, so he'll have his first base hit, make him 1 for 4 in the game now.
Well, he absolutely needed that one. He's staring the old sombrero right in the face, but he puts a good swing on the ball there and gets himself a base hit.
Andy Burns tripled last time up, and he's set to bat again here. 2 out with the man at first. Too high. 1-2. changeup, and that fades down and away, 2-2. All even at 2-2. Here it is. In the air now, out to right field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, one man left on. Nothing further in the Toronto ninth. Last chance for the Rays. They remain down by a count of 4-2.
Your attention, please. Now
Save situation coming up now as they'll hand the ball over to the right-hander Drew Storen to try to get the final 3 outs. Striding in to start the ninth, Desmond Jennings, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Storen's ready. Full count pitch on its way. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
And up by 2 here in the ninth, he needed to make sure he could keep that leadoff man off base so they don't get the tying run to the plate. That's a huge first out.
Corey Dickerson will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs. 1 out, nobody on. Swinging a ball yanked down the right field line. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit. The throw into second. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
And that's a big double right there, down by 2, but more importantly, that's going to get the tying run to the plate. So we're going to see how they want to handle this defensively now with the open base.
So a crucial moment here, and standing in, Steven Souza. But a single here could reduce the deficit to only 1.
Yeah, you know, sometimes guys get caught up in thinking about being the big hero. The key here, though, is just keep it simple. See the ball, hit the ball. Usually the best results come with that mindset.
Payoff pitch on its way. Hit to short. Tulowitzki fields it cleanly. Throw to first will be in time, and the Rays are now down to their final out.
Your third baseman, number 3.
Evan Longoria makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the 9th inning.
That's not looking too good for him anymore, but you know what? There's no clock in this sport, and that's for good reason. You've got to fight for all 27 outs.
Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a liner. But this will be foul. Line drive. Base hit left field. And they're going to hold that runner at third base, as even with 2 away, they didn't like their chances there.
And you just had the feeling that even though they were down to their final strike, they were not going to go down easily. And now they're going to keep this game alive for at least one more batter.
Ryan Brett will be summoned now to be the pinch runner.
Number 29, Ryan Brett.
Digging in, James Loney. He drew a walk his first time up. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
Hey, when you're representing the winning run, the old saying is, get on any way you can. This one hurts more than most of the other ways, but they're a step closer to maybe winning the ball game.
Now time is called, and a bit of a curious decision here to say the least, as we'll get a pinch runner at third here. Don't know if something's wrong or what. Logan Forsythe comes to the plate looking to possibly give his team the lead if he can drive a ball deep enough into the outfield.
And you know that's probably in his head, but a simple base hit to the outfield could be all it takes to tie it up.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. And he'll get under it to make the catch, and the Blue Jays are back in the win column again as they take Game 3 of the series, and the ball game is over.
And you know what? I don't care who you're playing. You know, it's never easy to go out on the road and win any game. So that was a great effort by them in every phase of the game.
Before we take our leave, time for a look at our final line score here in what turned out to be a close 2-run victory. And the Jays were led on the offensive side of the scorecard by this man, Alex Rodriguez. Talk about a worthy recipient. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, he only had one hit, but he definitely made it count. A big home run that turned out to be the decisive blow in the ballgame.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Blue Jays come out on top 4-2. Good night from Tampa.
Fans, our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Blue Jays. 4 runs on 8 hits. 1 error. They left 6 men on base. For the Rays, 2 runs, 9 hits, no errors. They left 14 men on base. The winning pitcher is Marcus Stroman. His record is now 1-0. The save to Drew Story, his second. The loss goes to Jake Odorizzi. He falls to 0-1. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 45 minutes. Again, we remind you for your next trip to Tropicana Field that all vehicles with 4 or more passengers receive free parking all season long. Also, a reminder that extra PSTA buses for routes 18, 32, and 74 can be picked up outside the stadium.